Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of an ink review. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today we're looking at a tealish ink. This one is from Diamine. It is Peacock Flare. It was the most voted ink for the next review, so we're going to take a look at it. Today's pen, we will be using the Jim Edwards Bloop pen. I really like this pen a lot. Alright. Oh, and it has a Franklin Christoph double broad nib. You can't see that. Sorry. You just have to take my word. It's double broad nib. Very nice. Okay, let's take a look. Here we have the ink. It is Diamine Peacock Flare. It's a nice tealy ink with some silverish, tealyish shimmer. The ink doesn't lighten up too much with the finer nib. It's got some nice shading, lots of shimmer. However, if you do want to keep the shimmer in your writing, you'll see that it settles to one side. You gotta give it a jostle. A gentle jostle should maneuver the shimmer particles in suspension so that way you can have them in your writing. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Obs. How are you doing today? I'm doing very well. Well, except for my sneeze. I'll be right back. Okay, that's better. All right. Here is our ink swatch. We can see super shimmery. So nice. Okay, let's do the water resistance test to see a gentle jostle. That's right. So you'll see my pen was this way up and all of the shimmer went to the bottom. So if you just give it a gentle jostle directly parallel to the floor, or even just like a gentle one of these, and then rotate the pen in your hand, it will maneuver the particles around enough so that way you can get them suspended. Okay, let's do the water resistance test. So what I'm doing is I'm mimicking a very harsh storm. Your inks on your envelopes probably won't get that much whizzle, but I want to do the worst case scenario, and if it happens. So there's after it's been whizzled and blotted, and we can see, I don't have any nails, we can see that it does have a good amount of water resistance. The shimmer particles not so much, but a little bit of water resistance. I might consider using this on the outside of an envelope. Here's our two toilet paper chromatographies. This one we can see all of the green and a little tiny peekaboo of the blue, like a turquoise coming out. And then here we can see that the green is in the middle with like maybe even like a greenish, a light green. So it's got like this dark green, a light green, and then that turquoise coming out with the silver shimmer in the middle. Okay. Okie dokie, let's do some paper review, shall we? What did I do with my other finger? Caught. Here, caught. Okay. Here we have the Pen and Gear envelope from Walmart.com. Beautiful amount of shimmer. A little bit of shading. A little bit of spread. But there's no bleeding, no ghosting. Perfect. The J&B Copperplate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. Beautiful amount of shimmer. Little tiny bit of feathering right there. A little bit of feathering right there. Nice amounts of shimmer. A little bit of shading. And a little bit of micro bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. Why is this? Okay, there. Rhodia Dot Pad 80 GSM. Beautiful shimmer. A little bit of shading. No feathering. No bleeding. No ghosting. Perfect. I need to... that's better. Marmon Nemosity 80 GSM. Beautiful amount of shimmer. A little bit of shading. No feathering. Ooh, bleeding and ghosting. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. Nice shimmer. A little bit of shading. It's got a little bit of spread. But minimal amount of bleeding and ghosting. Perfect. Mead 5-star notebook paper. Nice shimmer. A little bit of shading. A little bit of feathering. And a little bit of bleeding and ghosting. This is the Pen and Gear Heavyweight Notebook Paper from Walmart.com. Nice shimmer, a little bit of shading. It's got a little bit of spread and bleeding and ghosting. Here we have Oxford 5-subject notebook paper, circa 23. Nice shade, nice shimmer, a little bit of shading, minimal feathering, and a little bit of heavy ghosting. CVS Caliber filler paper from CVS Pharmacy. Beautiful shimmer, a little bit of shading. I don't really see any feathering, and no bleeding, minimal amount of ghosting. Perfect. Here we have Kikuya writing pad. Gosh dang it, I must sneeze again. Sorry about that. Kikuya writing pad, 50 GSM. Beautiful shimmer, a little bit of shading. Minimal feathering and barely any bleeding and ghosting. Perfect. Here we have the Jot envelopes from the Dollar Tree. Nice shimmer, a little bit of shading. It's got a little bit of wiggle, a little bit of feathering, a little bit of micro bleeding and ghosting. Perfect. Pelican Hub notepad from Pelican Hub. Nice shade, nice shimmer, a little bit of shading, a little bit of spread, but minimal amount of bleeding and ghosting. Perfect. Here we have the Hobonichi notebook morning evening notepad. Nice shimmer, a little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, but a little bit of ghosting. Perfect. And Aerofol 75 GSM. Beautiful amount of shimmer, a little bit of shading, no real feathering, and a little bit of ghosting. Okay, let's take a look at some larger notebooks. We have Muji notebook paper. Nice shimmer, a little bit of shading, a little bit of feathering, and a little bit of microbleeding and ghosting. This is Deal Worthy Notebook from Target. Nice shimmer, a little bit of shading, minimal amount of feathering, and no bleeding, a little bit of heavy ghosting though. Perfect. Archer and Olive 160 GSM notebook paper. Beautiful shimmer, a little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Perfect. Most excellent paper. Here we have the Leuchtturm 1917. Uh-oh. Wrong one. I need to put that there. Leuchtturm 1917, 120 GSM. Nice amount of shimmer. A little bit of shading. No feathering. No bleeding. No ghosting. Perfect. M. Shoei 120 GSM notebook paper. A little bit of shimmer. A little bit of shading. Maybe a little bit of spread. Minimal amount of feathering, bleeding, and ghosting. Perfect. Ouch. Anecdote notebook paper. Beautiful amount of shimmer. A little bit of shading. Minimal feathering. And a little bit of ghosting. Perfect. This is the Jot Journal from the Dollar Tree. Nice shimmer. A little bit of shading. Minimal feathering. Minimal bleeding and ghosting. Perfect. And they still have the Jot Journal at the Dollar Tree, so they're $1.25. Go check them out. Wexford from Walgreens Pharmacy. Nice shimmer. A little bit of shading. A little bit of spread, maybe a little bit of feathering. No bleeding, no ghosting though. That's pretty good. Here we have Salala notebook. I said I wasn't going to do it anymore, but I thought, we need an example. It's got a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of shading. It's definitely spreading into the page, and bleeding and ghosting. A Midori MD paper. Nice shimmer, a little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, minimal amount of ghosting. Perfect. Here we have Daiso Premium Notebook Paper from Daiso, Japan. Nice shimmer, a little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, minimal amount of ghosting. Perfect. 68 GSM Tomoe River. Beautiful shimmer, a little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, minimal amount of ghosting. Perfect. Leuchtturm 1917 80 GSM. Oh, I need to move this thing. Nice shimmer, minimal shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Perfect. Okay, let's do a comparison panel. See where this lies. So I am going to try something different today. I'm going to try using this pad. I'm going to see if... this one? No. Don't do that. Maybe the teal, maybe the matte black. Nope, there's still a glare. Crap. Yep, it's gonna have to be cardboard. Okay. So, that reminds me, I need to go to the store and get me a very large box of cereal this month. Okay, Yay, comparison panel. Where are we going to even start? Maybe in the green department? It is leaning a little bit green. We will try the green department. And then if it doesn't satisfy in the green department, we will check out the teal department. Perfect. Okay, we'll see if that works. Uh-oh. This tape has been very difficult to deal with. I might actually have to put this in my tape thing. I'm almost out of it, so I'm just gonna choose acceptance and keep using it for now. Alright, there, we're stabilized. Alright, let's just take a peek. I'm going to zoom in just a squinch or two. There we go. Van Diemen's March is kind of close, except it doesn't have any shimmer. Velvet Emerald is kind of close. It's a little bit darker. Sweet Gyoku is kind of close, except for it doesn't have any shimmer. Oh, I made a new panel. So, if I go too fast, you can use the space bar and hit the J and the L to go forward, backward 10 seconds, the arrow keys to go forward, backward 5 seconds, and the comma and the period to go forward, backward 1 frame at a time. Though you might have to hold it down because it tends to take a while to go boop, 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 all the way back to where you need it. Jade is a little bit more green. Blue-green snake is a little bit close, except for it's got some red sheen. Oh, it's been a minute. My thumb is cramping. This one's a little bit darker. think this might be a teal ink. Okay, those are all of the greens. Giant chunk of green. Let's check out the teal department. See, I like this color. This is like one of my favorites. I might have to get me a bottle of that. Some inks just call to you. They're like, take me home. Please buy a bigger bottle of me. Okay, I suppose I could get a bigger bottle. Why not? Oh. It has occurred to me that I haven't really fixed my ink situation yet. We're getting closer. Okay, Visconti green is kind of close. Bluegrass velvet is a little bit darker. Mirror Mirror Marine's a little bit greener and lighter. Gemstone green's a little bit more blue. Private Reserve Turquoise Silver. Let's see. Turquoise Silver has way more silver, but it's pretty close. Less shading though. When they call out, you cannot resist. That's right. They don't call out very often. I only have about 20 bottles of ink that are my own personal bottles. Everything else goes to the pen club. Lamy Tourmaline is kind of close. Poseidon is kind of close. It's a little bit more blue. Wow, this is truly a very unique ink. I like it a lot. And it's so sparkly, I'm gonna die. Air conditioner's trying to freeze me out. Wow. What did you guys think about today's ink? Are you guys thinking thoughts about getting this ink? Do you have this ink? Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Hi, the goat girl. How are you? Just woke up from a nap. That's nice. I had a nap yesterday. I might have another one right now. God, yes, the last couple of days have been crazy. I have not slept well. My bathroom schedule is all out of whack. I don't know who I pissed off, but they better knock it off. I'm busy. I don't have time for these things. So, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. I am no longer with the YouTube partner program, so if you wish to contribute to the channel in any monetarily way, you can check out the first links in the description to PayPal. Select send and receive, enter my email address, select the amount you want, and then hit send. You can add a little note on there that says, hey, this is for this. And I will try and do my best to get that so that we can review it. I've been looking up some of the things that I want to try, and I need your help. I want to try some regalia paper. I want to try some, where is it, Sanzan Tomoe River. I want to get a notebook of that, but it's so expensive. It's like $35. I'm like, oh my god, it might as well be Archer and Olive. And I'd almost rather have Archer and Olive, but I want to try it. I'm going to get a new chair. I'm trying to save up money for a chair. I have an envelope that my friend gave me, and it's a lucky money envelope. So any monies that get donated to the channel go in there. And then when I have enough for a chair, I will get me a chair. I know, they're so expensive. Notebook. Tomoe River notebook, leather bound, from Galen Leather is $32. Goulet has them, but they're like super small amount of paper. Goulet has 52 GSM. See how many pieces of paper? There's 96 sheets for $10. Sanzan Tomoe River A5 from Jet Pens is $15 for 160 pages. So that's like half a year's worth. Grid is $15.50. Blank is also $15.50. Oh, restock notification. Oh no. The only one that they have is graph. Nobody wants the graph. Tomoe River S hard notebook, $41. Jesus Christ. So, anyway, that's what's on the agenda so far. Hi, Alex. How are you? things are great. I'm gonna go take a nap. I might be getting sick. I don't know. Like, all my schedules are out of whack, so. Oh, so I do want to do, let me see. Oh, I haven't gotten any pennies today, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks we will have some YouTube pennies to play with. Texas is dealing with death by juniper pollen. Well, that's what they get. That's an awful thing to say, isn't it? Stop planning it. If they don't like it, maybe let's try to tell them something. They should move to California. Just saying. Alright, well that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's at all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Don't forget to check out the links in the description, and I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Have a great day. Okay, bye.